Hey YouTube, we are at Gore, Virginia, sometimes it's referred to as the Cove. This is Corum Special, and the tree obstacle on the left, the first two Jeeps had to winch over. Turkey had to winch over it. I don't have the video footage of winching him, but if you look at the intro, you can see the footage of him winching, and right in front of me they just pulled the tree saver off the tree, and then I had to winch the Jeep in front of me off it, and that was in the previous video. So we just decided to take the bypass. It didn't make any sense at all to try to get stuck on the stupid log that everybody else was getting stuck on. So the one thing that's kind of interesting that you're going to see is you're going to see us getting stuck a lot more. And what I mean by that is normally in like what you've probably seen with us on the 40s is that normally we just like fly over obstacles and just kind of like rock bounce over things, and you very rarely see us slow down or struggle on anything at all. However, this is years before the 40s, and we're on 35s going up this very kind of large rock garden, and this would be kind of similar to the M trail at AOAA, and so the combination of going uphill and larger obstacles than what we normally do. Normally we do blues and then occasionally blacks, so this would be the blacks, and then the smaller tires. All three of those in combination are going to make this trail a lot more difficult, obviously. And you can see even here, like I'm trying to move forward and I'm not going anywhere. Like this, you'd see the Jeep shuddering. It's not that like I don't want to go anywhere. It's just it appears I'm stuck. And so I mean, usually if you get stuck, the most conservative thing that you could do that makes the most amount of sense is to get out and look and just see like what you're stuck on. And then if you don't want to do that for whatever reason, typically to get yourself unstuck, what works maybe half the time, at least half the time, maybe 2/3 of the time, is to just like back up like a foot or two and then turn the wheel either left or right and then continue. But you can see here again I'm stuck. It's just this like non-stop battle of finding the right line and doing it. And so I guess you can see like he's saying left, straight, like right, and obviously what I said left, right, and straight, that's what I'm saying in my head when I see him. If he is giving me any commands, the commands that he should be giving me would be forward, back, and then either driver or passenger. It shouldn't be like left or right. So there's this large obstacle up here that we know is going to be an issue for me and for him. So basically they're sitting there trying to recover that Jeep, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to get over these obstacles beforehand. And I sped that up significantly because I didn't think that everybody wanted to just watch that in real-time speed. Now part of this is going to be pick your own poison, and what I mean by that is obviously there's different size rocks that you can choose to pick to go over. So you can pick to go like the easier way or the harder way. And what I mean by that is just basically you just simply pick how big the obstacle is that you're going to drive over, and you can make the trail more difficult if you really want to, or you can make the trail a little bit easier if you want to. And you can see here that I'm struggling, and it's not normal to see in these videos to see me struggle. But I thought I would share with you that like I used to have 35s also, and I used to do blacks with the 35s, and you know, this is like what you can expect, you know, if you have 35s and lockers and, you know, you're doing blacks. Like, this is what it's supposed to be like. You shouldn't be thinking that you should be doing reds. And once again, like, this is like way backing up. And like I said, most of the time, if you just back up and you approach it with a slightly different angle, it'll get you over it. The reason why I backed up so far is most likely to get the rear tires where they need to be. And like I was saying, the difficulty of this trail is probably similar to M Trail or maybe Bam Bam. These rocks are definitely much larger than what it is on Barney Rubble or Pebbles. When it comes to Roush Creek trails, I don't know specifically which trail would be the one that's most similar to this. We did Crawdaddy recently. Well, not recently, but we did it like, that's the most recent, one of the most recent trails I remember doing there. That was a difficult trail. And I would almost want to say Corum Special was more difficult than Crawdaddy. And Crawdaddy was a red at Roush Creek. I mean, Crawdaddy had some pretty big obstacles, but it didn't have like this many of them. It was just like a small handful of them. And yeah, like literally I think we went through like, what, 2 minutes of video, and I've moved a whole whopping 10 feet. So this is Northern Virginia. A lot of people think that the only rock around is in Pennsylvania at Roush or AOAA. They don't realize that there's some nice rock here in Virginia also. But the problem is, like I was saying, to get to this rock, like, either you have to have a Jeep club that has some kind of agreement with this campground to allow you to do these like little small mini events, or you have to show up and be guided with like one of their big dog events. They don't just like give out free reign at the park like they do in Pennsylvania. I remember one of the guys actually broke their axle on this trail. The red Jeep that is on 37s, the red TJ. So out of this day, we ended up basically just doing 3 difficult trails, if I remember right. We did Corum Special, V-Notch, and then some other trail that I don't actually know the name of. And as you can see, all the difficulty I'm having getting up these rocks, it definitely is something. So the plan was to return to this park like in a month or so, and bring the same Jeep on 40s and do these trails again. However, you know, we don't have the white Jeep anymore. So now the new plan is to bring the truck, the Gladiator, up here and do some of the park with the Gladiator. But obviously we're not going to do Corum Special or V-Notch in the Gladiator. That would be really dumb to try to do that on 33s when you can see how much we're struggling even on 35s. So I believe there was 5 of us. Just looking, I see Turkey, I see the YJ, I see the TJ, my JK, and I think that there's another JK that's with us. That's like black or gray in color. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you at Big Dog's Icebreaker.